Hey everybody, I'm Jason Torchinsky, and today on Jason Drives, I'm driving a 1932 Helicron. So let's just talk about how the Helicron is actually built. The chassis it's on is from a car called a Rosengart. Only here, it's been flipped around backwards. That's why the steering wheel is controlling the rear wheels. The front end's been widened a little bit, and of course, as you can see, a massive propeller's been stuck on the front. So there was a lot of thinking that a more efficient way to drive would be to have a propeller, just throw the air behind you and you'll move that way. It's not true at all. It's kind of a terrible way to move a car around. The throttle is out here by the side, and there's an emergency brake out here outboard, and that's so you could be outside the car pushing it. So it was already designed with the understanding that you're going to end up pushing it at least some of the time. So there's two ways this can go. I'm going to use the throttle and push, or I'll use the throttle and push, it'll catch wind and then head down that hill, I'll fall off, and my cameraman behind me will die in a fireball, and we'll get so many hits in this video. In most cars, when you apply power, you get a sense of the car shifting weight, and you can feel the wheels actually engage with the ground to push you and move you. You don't have any of that here. Essentially, you're just being dragged along by this big fan, and your butt is just kind of weaving around as you try to steer it. Every turn you make feels like you're in a barely controlled drift. And no matter how fast you're going, or rather how slow you're going, you feel like you're hanging on barely in control at 200 miles an hour. It does offer some pretty big advantages. There's no transmission, no complicated way to get power from the engine to the wheels. It helps with tire wear, it helps with the mechanical layout of things. It simplifies the entire process of building a car. Now, there's some pretty big disadvantages as well. The car becomes a lot more dangerous no matter what speed you're going. What would be a normal little bump into a pedestrian or an animal here would mean you're gonna get showered with something that resembles pate. In a crowded city, this would be terrifying. So one of the big perceived disadvantages of a car like the Helicron is the fact that you have a device right in the front of the car that appears capable of Julianning a human being. But we don't know exactly that that's what it would do. So what we really need to do is some sort of empirical test. That's why we've arranged for a pair of special ballistic grade hot dogs that are specially designed to be the same density as a human being. We're going to force them through the blades of the propeller and see exactly what kind of damage they really cause. This is, all ballistic hot dog meat, which hypothetically would have been dog or people meat. Look at this on the fenders. Man, any little sparrow or wren to go through there, this is terrifying. But, you know, if you're really hungry for pate on the go, you could probably keep like an entire canned ham in the passenger seat, and as you're driving, instead of stopping, you could just skillfully learn how to just toss it in front of you and then just enjoy the bounty that the propeller would provide. It's a fantastic way for eating on the go. Up that way? Oh, this way? There. Turn around and go that way? I can do it. Actually, that was harder to maneuver than I thought.